Hi, JP Forney of the Movie Jerks here, coming to you on day 20 of Action April, the month where I watch action films I've never seen before, and I watch a new one every day for the full month. So what do we get for day 20? Well, yesterday we had number 1 with a bullet. So today I am watching Riot, Cage to Kill. Copper, Jack Stone, purposely orchestrates a bank robbery in order to be thrown into prison with the notorious Russian kingpin, Balaam. Balaam is more than just a mob criminal. He's a cunning and dangerous lord who controls the police force from behind bars. Balaam lives in prison as a cover for his real power, which is king of the city. His cell is a lavish private room built specifically for him, inaccessible to most of the depths of the prison structure. Even the warden fears venturing into his area of the prison. However, even surrounded by his loyal henchmen and guards in his section-off fortress, Balaam doesn't know Jack is coming for him to avenge his family, who Balaam murdered in cold blood. Balaam is tough, but Jack is tougher. That's a long synopsis, but day 20, I'll be watching Riot.
Riot. And we have another entry in the protagonist in prison subgenre, following in the footsteps of such films like Lockout, Death Warrant, Brawl in Cell Block 99, and of course, Ernest Goes to Jail. Directed by John Lydie, best known for the action-packed titles such as Love Switch, Romance on the Ranch, My One True Love, and The Christmas Apron. This film resume may not scream hard-hitting prison thriller, but Lydie's work as an editor tells a different story. His editing credits include more kinetic fare like Survivor, One Shot, and 12 Dogs of Christmas, Great Puppy Rescue. The reason I bring this up is because it's in the actual editing where Riot manages to stand out. While the movie follows a familiar formula, it saves its strongest action for the final act. The climax cuts between multiple characters in escalating situations, and this rapid editing helps ramp up the tension and keep things fast-paced, suspenseful, and surprisingly thrilling. The marketing leans heavily towards its big names. Dolph Lundgren, playing a grizzled inmate with a few secrets of his own, and Chuck Liddell, who plays the infamous Balaam, a name that may have been mentioned once or twice in this setup. But the real focus should be on Matthew Rhys, the film's actual lead and your pretty typical pretty boy action hero protagonist, who gets most of the martial arts highlights, and Daniel C. Ryan, who plays Alana, a fellow inmate with her own hidden secrets. Ryan's action scenes in particular are some of the most complex and visually interesting in all the film. That said, Riot isn't exactly essential viewing. The pacing drags a bit between action sequences, and the villain's overall plan and setup doesn't make too much sense if you really think about it. But if you're in the mood for a dumb, old-school action flick that delivers just enough punches, kicks, and prison brawls to keep you entertained, Riot will fit the bill.
Oh yeah!
And there you go, day 20 of Action April. This time I watched Riot. What other prison action films do you like? Let us know in the comments section. And if you're curious of other films I am watching this week, be sure to hit the subscribe button for updates daily. And for other information about the Movie Jerks, you can go to www.themoviejerks.ca.